Hello, welcome to episode 2 of Paradive podcast. Today, I was focusing on the numbers 3, 6, and 9. Nikola Tesla noted these as important numbers in the universe. I was just thinking about, how there's 3, there's a verse, chorus, bridge to a song. There's 3 verses, there's 3 choruses. Usually songs are 3 minutes, like there's loops of 3s, the golden ratio. It's like just start to notice the 3s, the 6s, and the 9s in your life and how everything kind of revolves around this trio of trios. There's like a law of duality, but like it might be more true that some laws are more triplet based. Things come in 3s rather than 2s. But that's just a quick point I wanted to make. Had a weird dream last night. I was at like a university graduation. I was flying on this weird ship and I started falling. So it was like this falling anxiety. I saw some people from my past and their friends. I turned into Spider-Man, but I was viewing Spider-Man. So I was viewing Sam Raimi, Peter Parker, and Amazing Spider-Man, Peter Parker, those actors. They were both bloodied and injured, and they're like kind of supporting each other. And then I suddenly became a security guard, and I got promoted, and then I had to take a guy down, and then he wanted to fight me, and then a girl approached me, and she kind of invited me to hang out. She was kind of a morph of 2 people from my past as well. And then we went into a room and nothing happened. Yeah. So I guess the themes of this, with the girl as well, I think I could feel her getting irritated as she spoke to me. So like slowly, as that was happening, it's like the impression of me after opening my mouth was ruined. So maybe there's some meaning there. Yeah. Themes: dream girls, flight, falling, responsibility and power, indicated by Spider-Man, pain, injury, and secret identities, voice versus image, first and second impression. Yeah. So, welcome. This morning, I kind of decided to just work hard at what you do, because if you don't, nothing will happen. So, like, you wake up, the weather's shit, right? If you wake up every day in the same country expecting the weather to not be shit, it's like you're fooling yourself. It's like, you're in that country, you know the weather's going to be shit. Like, and I would compare it to hell. It's like, imagine waking up in hell and then looking out the window and expecting not to see lava. It's like, you're in hell. You're going to see lava and fire every day and people getting tortured. Don't act like you didn't expect it. You're literally in hell. You're in Hades. So like the same for life. It's like, don't expect to wake up one day and there's no crime, there's no poverty, there's no bad weather, there's no isolation, there's no solitude. Like you wake up and the situation is exactly the same as it was when you went to sleep. So don't expect it to be better. Just like close the blinds, like literally close the blinds, ignore the universe in a way, and just focus on yourself and just focus on your body of work and what you need to do. Hyper focus on it, like hyper focus. Do not look out at the lava. Don't look at the lava. Like, that's my best advice. Just focus on your world. So thank you. Low screen brightness for functional focus. So when I woke up this morning, I woke up quite early, and because I'm groggy at like 6 a.m., I turned my screen brightness to like 0, and that actually really helped me. Like, I just wrote like a bunch of paragraphs. I got some stuff done, and my eyes didn't feel sore because I put my screen on lowest brightness. And also with this, I think putting your phone screen on black and white and low brightness helps a lot as well. So I've started doing that. And yeah, it just helps you like not get distracted, because with colors, like especially on the phone, I've noticed as soon as you open the home screen, it's like you forget what you're going to do. It's like an instant brain fog, instant like brainwash you. So it's like you see that like pink of Instagram, you see like the black of Twitter or X, or previously blue, you see the red of Pinterest. It's like the colors pull you in. Like color is really powerful. So like turning it off, you immediately just stop caring. It's like you turn it on and you're like, oh, I don't want to click on YouTube anymore because it's just a grey rectangle instead of this big red square. And it's like, oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't like click on this distraction. Maybe I should just go straight to work. So yeah, I highly recommend black and white mode and low screen brightness. Yeah, just write. Ignore the noise, like I said earlier. Like ignore the lava. Turn to black and white. Just do everything you can for focus, because we are in a battle for focus right now. Everything is trying to hijack your attention. Everything, every app, every industry. Like this is like the biggest time to, like, you need to fix everything. Like fix your diet for optimal brain health, optimal focus, and just make the stuff you need to make. Be in your world completely uninterrupted. Like don't let anyone else in. Like they are noise. Everyone that tries to call you or text you is noise. Ignore it. Just create your own content. People will tune in if they want to tune in. If people are aligned to your frequency, they'll tune in. It's as simple as that. Ignore the noise and create content. So earlier I was thinking about analog versus digital. As in, I think I was raised with a lot of digital hobbies, whereas people around me of my generation might have been raised with a lot of analog hobbies. So it's like, for example, I grew up blogging and vlogging and animating and drawing. Oh, sorry, like digital drawing. Whereas other people grew up like doing like physical art, like painting, like on the floor, like with their hands, like something analog, like learning an instrument, like a bass guitar or a piano. Like other people kind of grew up with these physical hobbies of like sculpture, creating something, or maybe they just socialized a lot, which is an analog hobby in a way. And I thought the reason I'm not really getting along with these people is because our hobbies are like opposites. Like digital is completely synthesized in a way, whereas theirs is the opposite of synthesis. It's like it's just there, it's physical, it's touchable, it's engageable. So yeah, like it's kind of incredible. Like analog versus digital. Like ask yourself today, like are my hobbies digital or analog? And like did I grow up in the digital world? And like do I need to get an analog hobby? Like do I need to match it out? And yeah, probably you need to balance yourself out. Like if you're too digital, try an analog hobby. Try painting, try sculpting. If you're too physical, get a digital hobby. Try digital art. Try tweeting. Try posting. So yeah, I've got this highlighted. The brain evolved from the stomach, which is interesting because it's like I'm finding diet to be really important. Like I wouldn't have even started this podcast if not changing my diet to like start focusing more. Because when I was like always satisfied and always kind of filling myself up, I think there's a Japanese concept where you get 80% full, so you're not entirely full every time you eat, and it like allows you to focus, not get like your brain fog, and allow your brain not to be cloudy. It's kind of incredible. Yeah. So I think we should do more of that. We should do more like low carb diets and more of that like Japanese concept of 80% full, so we can all be a bit more productive, feel more satisfied with ourselves. Because it's not just productivity for other people; it's productivity for your own self fulfillment. Like you want to feel like you're pushing yourself. You want to feel like you're getting the max out of your brain every day. So do what needs to be done. You know, don't focus too much on your world. Like you want to still care about other people, but like if you need to be in your world, have the ability to go into your world. Also, with temperament and personality type, like if you are a certain type of person, I think you have to lean into it. Like if you are like an Andrew Tate type aggressive, kind of dominant, assertive person, but like everyone else in your society is like super chill wave, green tea meditation guy. Like that doesn't mean you have to act like that. Like if your temperament leans a certain way, lean into it. Like be that temperament even if it gets you rejected. Because it's like that's your temperament, like that's your advantage, that's your edge, that's your skill. So you need to lean into it. Like for example, if someone like Tyler the Creator acted all nice and normal in the start of his career, he wouldn't have got to where he is now. It's because he went in with that crazy aggression and randomness and assertiveness. Like he literally came into the game saying he hates everyone. He's talked about like rape and all this stuff, because he just went into it like as himself. He knew his temperament. He knew he was like annoyed at everyone. He knew he was like being childish and irritable. But like because that was his temperament, he leaned into it, and that became his brand until he changed it later on. He evolved it. So like, don't think you can't evolve your brand eventually. So yeah, like if you're gonna be that guy, be that guy. Like that's your shadow. That's what integrating your shadow is. Like if you are that type that has that assertiveness and aggression, but like that's not socially acceptable, like then you have to integrate it. Find a way to like layer that aggression and assertiveness underneath like a socially acceptable guise, like through a skill. Like if you're aggressive, be a rapper and hide the aggression behind the music and the verses and the written metaphors and all that. Like layer it, weave it inside something else until you run out of steam. Like be that guy until you can't be that guy anymore. Basically, like push it to its limit. See how far it can go. See how far your temperament can take you. Yeah. I just think. I think that's pretty good. It's just my to-do list after this, really. Um, yeah, we talked about that. Law of threes. Life is a poem, and life is a song. So you have to sing with the couplets. Cool. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.